right, it's Tuesday. That means it's time for another road trip with the Reck.
That's right, Carrie. On this week's edition of Reck on the Road, we actually hit the water and meet a father and son who are making a difference on cleaning up the Lynnhaven River through oyster farming. Life in the Lynnhaven River begins beneath the Lesnar Bridge. Millions of gallons of water enter and leave the river daily. Keeping it all clean? Oysters. Mark Sanford and his son Shannon farm the Lynnhaven River. The father and son team work 85 acres. Beneath the shallow water are millions of young water-cleansing oysters. Sanford is a third-generation waterman. His great-grandfather worked these same waters when the Lynnhaven oyster was famous worldwide.
The Lynnhaven oyster basically is a higher salinity oyster that is known for the size. They've always said it was always a bigger oyster than your average oyster, which is true. I've seen it on my own bottom where they grow really big. And you know, they say kings and queens and all that, you know, chose these.
The Sanfords work two forms of aquaculture. They raise oysters in protective cages, where it can be time-consuming and tedious. But Sanford prefers what is known as spat on shell, where old shells are fertilized and left in the open waters, where regeneration is quick and less time-consuming.
You can see my oyster shell that they set to is right here. That's the shell. The oysters that set in July are here. And on this one shell, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 oysters on one shell. Since July, they've gotten this big, and this is basically a 3-inch oyster here. Now, I'll let these go until next winter, about this time, and then I'll start harvesting these.
Sanford begins the process when an oyster is about 2 millimeters in size and sells it when it reaches 3 inches. A single oyster takes 1 year to reach maturity. A female oyster can produce 100 million eggs. So if the environment is right, oyster beds and reefs can form quickly, creating a water cleansing environment that's good for the river.
They're filter feeders, and they say they filter 50 to 55 gallons of water, I believe, a day. They're taking out all the bad things that are in the river and basically cleansing it. I mean, you can look at the water, the clarity of the water, to me, seems like it's so much better, you know, than what it used to be. And I've been out here for years.
Overfishing and pollution nearly wiped out the Lynnhaven River of all of its oysters. But thanks to conservation efforts of Lynnhaven River Now and strict federal guidelines, the water that flows in the Lynnhaven is much cleaner and safe for oyster farming. These filter feeding bivalves are crucial to the overall health of the river.
I mean, it's definitely getting better. I mean, we've got more and more areas of bottom that we can actually work now that are no longer condemned by the health department. They're saying they're clean, and they are.
Sanford's biggest worry are uninformed poachers.
Well, they need to understand I'm trying to make a living, is what it comes down to. And of course, this costs me money to do this. This is not a cheap venture at all. I mean, there's cost in seed, equipment, boat, time, my time. You know, I have to put a value on that.
And while Sanford will gladly share his catch, he's already doing his part to help save this precious and delicate natural resource.
Well, basically, I mean, what it comes down to, again, I'm filtering. I'm helping the water system, you know, and I think people don't realize what benefits this is.
It all starts with the water. It has to be clean and safe, and from the efforts of Mark Sanford and other oystermen, along with Lynnhaven River Now, the water in the Lynnhaven is cleaner than it's been in years, and they're doing a great job keeping it clean. If you want to get some oysters from Sanford, you can do it. Just call him at 263-7599. He also sells his oysters through the farmers market in Virginia Beach. They are top-notch, wonderful, and great oysters. He's doing a great job to keep our water clean.
You know, they're local and fresh if you get them from him, that's for sure.
Yes, yeah, that's they are.